Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center here to congratulate you on your purchase of your Jayflight SLX 287 BHS. I'm here to walk you around the unit, show you a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things I want you to take into consideration. First and foremost, your slide. Once we have that out, you'll see how much room you need. When you go camping, you'll know how much room you need. Park accordingly so that you can open or close that with nothing hindering it. Preferably nothing hanging directly over top of it. Now I want you to think about where your power and water connections are. Your power is going to be at the rear of your off-camp side or your driver's side of your tow vehicle. And your water is on the back of the unit. There's your city water connect. So park accordingly so that you can utilize the facilities. When you arrive, you unhook your hitch. Hitch man's going to go over showing you how to do the hitch work. Once you have your hitch unhooked, first thing you're going to do is level your unit. On your unit, you have a docking light, power tongue jack. Down for down, up for up. Get your unit level. Highly recommend sticking a bubble level on the side of your unit, about the middle on that slide. Looks better on the off-camp side. Should you lose power, you do have an area here for this manual crank right there. You can manually crank up and down that power tongue jack. Speaking of power, check your terminals on your battery when you arrive or leaving. Make sure them haven't wiggled loose. Once you got your unit level, next thing we're going to do is stabilize your unit. On all four corners are stabilizing jacks. Simply put the hand crank on and crank to the right to bring them down. Now you can hook up a power drill or an impact driver to this 3/4 inch socket. This will run down in a matter of seconds. What I do recommend when you get to the bottom, you go nice and slow though. You don't want to lift the unit. Remember, these are stabilizing jacks, not leveling jacks. I do recommend jack pads. Throw 4 jack pads down underneath these stabilizing jacks. It's going to better distribute the weight. It's going to protect the feet of your leveling jacks or your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, hot blacktop in the summer. Good purchase. You do have a 10% off coupon to use on the day of pickup. So utilize that and pick you up 4 of them. Run these down just taut. You don't want to lift the unit. After you have all 4 stabilizing jacks down taut, got our unit level and stable. Now we're going to go ahead and hook up our power and electricity. Excuse me, our power and our water. As I said, you do have your plug on the back of the unit here. Conveniently stores inside here. Nice long 30 amp cord. At the end of it, if you need, there's a 30 to 110 adapter in your convenience pack. Got our power hooked up. Let's hook our water up. On the back of your unit is where your city water connection is. First and foremost, water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. You don't know what the water pressure is at different parks, so you want to use this every time you put in either your city water or your black tank flush. Once you've got your water pressure regulator hooked up and your hose hooked up, don't turn your hose on yet. We're going to find your hot water heater. Coming right back around the corner here by your power. Access panel to your hot water heater. All we're doing at this point is making sure our drain plug's back on. Go ahead and secure that. Once that's on there tightly, you may have left it off from last time you were camping and draining your hot water heater. So put that on nice and tight, then you can go ahead and start your water. After your hose has been on for a little while, you're going to come up to this pressure release valve. You're going to pull on that and it's going to release air out of the lines until you get a nice steady flow of water out of here. Then you know your hot water heater is full and you can light your tank from indoors. Now, should you be dry camping and you're going to use potable water, over in the middle of on your campsite is your potable water connection. Simply open this up. Here you can fill this up with a hose. Don't need the water pressure regulator. There's an overflow here, so once it's full it'll overflow on the sides. Another way to do that is to just go inside and check where your levels for your tanks are. You can keep an eye on the freshwater tank by pressing that button and stopping it when you're full. Got our water hooked up, electricity hooked up. Ready to start camping. I'm going to walk you around the outside and show you a few things. Up above you do have your big awning with speakers in the end. I'll run that out and show you how far to run that out. While I'm on your campsite, this is your furnace heat release. If you're running your furnace, steer clear of that, it'll get rather warm. Cable hookup and 110, because inside in your bedroom you have a television mount that you can use the same television from the bedroom and bring it outside. It just snaps right on here. Pick up a small TV and you can have television outdoors or in your bedroom. This is a vent for your microwave. Your step above steps, we'll talk about how to put those away. Again, your stabilizing jacks, your big pass-through storage. Currently putting your hitch work on. I just want to mention up here that you do on your propane tanks have a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank that you wish to be using. Lefty-loosey to open. Coming around this side, again your pass-through storage. Stabilizing jacks. Not much else on your off-camp side, except for at the rear is your dump station. Your black and gray tanks were dumped there. Big storage here. Again, your hot water heater. And back here is also your cable hookup for the park. That about covers everything on the outside. You do have an outdoor shower here. Well, I do want to mention you do have steps here to go up and check your roof, check your seams. Also prep for a Furion backup camera. It's a device you can purchase from our store. It sits on the dash of the tow vehicle, giving you a backup camera on the unit. Again, remember anything I mentioned to buy out of our store, you do have that 10% off coupon. Outdoor shower, city water connection, black tank flush, which we'll utilize when leaving the campsite, and your spare tire with cover. That about covers everything on the outside, besides this low point drain. We'll utilize that when leaving. Let's go ahead and take a look on the inside. First and foremost, as we come inside the steps, I want you and everyone that's camping with you to know that the fire extinguisher is by the entry doorway. I want everyone to know where it's at just in case of emergency. Coming up to our wall here, some control panels. As I said, here's where you got your brand new battery. Here's your tanks that are empty. This freshwater tank is one that you can keep an eye on when filling up your potable water. When that's full, you go ahead and stop it. Also on here is where you use your water pump if you're using potable water. Only turn that on if potable, not city water. Your water heater if you're hooked up to gas, and your water heater if you're hooked up to electricity. Start it where it should be. Some interior and exterior lighting. Your awning in and out, and your slide in and out. I'm going to run your awning out one time just to show you how far to run that out. It's really nice because once it's out, the speakers are pointing down toward your campsite and not down out at everyone else's. Just want to run that out until that white flap falls down to 90 degrees and you can see your black bar. And you know you've went out far enough. Coming back inside, you do have a 110 below that and your slide in and out. Let's go ahead and run your slide out. Now by the looks of it, one thing you do want to check is make sure that that door on your entertainment center is closed. You don't want that door getting caught on the slide here and ripping off. And down there, you might want to walk back there and make sure that your steps for your top bunk are pushed in. I wanted you to hear that grinding noise just so that you know there's nothing really grinding. It's just a noise for the slide to keep itself from going out any further. It's okay to hear, don't panic, think you're breaking anything. Self-explanatory microwave. Above your stove you do have a light and a fan. On your stove, this glass top makes an excellent backsplash. You do have a panel light, and you'll notice when I turn to light, it'll go from blue to red, hit your spark and your flame will come on back there when your gas is on. You also have a light for your stove. Come to your Nordic fridge. The thing I want to show you on here is on these controls, whatever is white is what you're controlling. So for example on this one, you're controlling the freezer, and then this one the fridge. So if I touch the freezer and see that it's at the coldest setting of 5, I can raise or lower that, but I'll leave that back up at 5. Come down here and touch the fridge part. Once the fridge lights up, we can lower the fridge down to 3. Power on and off here by holding a few seconds. Below your stove is your access panel to your fuses and breaker box. Looks like you've got mostly 15s in there or 40. I highly recommend grabbing a handful of those, having them with you when you go camping. Coming around to the back bunk area, you do have individual touch lighting up in here. A couple of USB ports. And lighting on the wall for your bottom bunk. There's an emergency exit window for the bunks. Coming into your bathroom. Come in and turn your lighting on. One thing I want to mention in here, this is where your 110 with GFCI reset is at. And that you got some plumbing to maintain. It's all PEX nowadays, so just keep an eye on your plumbing underneath your sink and behind your toilet. I'll show you quickly how to turn your dinette into a bed. I normally just lift up on the table, wiggle it a little bit. Sometimes the foot will stay in here, sometimes it'll come out down here. Simply pull them out. Take your table, set it on the provided lip. Take a couple of these end cushions. And if you want, you can remove the back cushions and use them for pillows. Just that quickly you've got that sleeping area. Then on the bed, this will simply jackknife. Lift up the front and lay it down. Coming over to your television area, I do want to mention if you do get a TV in here, when you get to the park, you're going to want to press on this button until that green light comes on. That's a digital channel enhancer to allow you to pick up more channels. Your RV technology sound system. As I said, see if your channel come in. You can play our music indoors, outdoors, or both.
In more than a century without a dog.
Shut this off. Turn it on outdoors. When it's green, that means it's on. Several presets. AM, FM, Bluetooth, clock. Nice sound system. Coming to your thermostat on the side of your entertainment center. Mode. Got a fan on. Change the fan to the furnace. Now the furnace is on. And then just shut it off. Coming back into your bedroom back here, there's your television clamp that I was telling you for outside. Simply pull forward on this, and it'll take your TV and snap it right outside. There's your cable and 110 for that. This is a template. Your unit's already pre-wired for solar. You can go ahead and get a solar kit for this, and this is where they were installed at, so leave that sticker on if you can. A couple of 110s by the bed. Up top here, you do have some pretty cool blue accent lighting. Did want to mention here also, lastly, your 12 volt carbon monoxide detector. Now the reason I mention this is 12 volt because it's always running off your battery. So if you're going to be gone for the day, use the battery disconnect, keep this from running your battery down. That covers everything on the inside. I'm going to go ahead and return these back to the regular area and go through and shut off all the lights. You'll notice if you shut off the main lights, you'll see a lot of these lights are lights that you touch by hand and turn on. So you want to go through and make sure everything's shut off. I think it's important to stress again, make sure your ladder is closed and that this door is closed. You don't want that slide catching on this. Once that's done, go ahead and bring slide in. Runs in rather quickly. Again, if you hear that noise, you're fine. Shut off your lights, look through the unit, make sure all the lights are off. Come outside. Make sure your exterior door is all the way open when lifting these steps up. Lift them up, set them inside, pull out in this handle, and close that. Close your door, lock it, and deadbolt it. Very important. Lift and turn your handle. Your door is closed. We're going to come out here. We're going to open up this low point drain. That's going to be your potable low point drain. You're going to go around the unit, bring up all of your stabilizing jacks. Unhook your water connection. Come over here. Bleed out your lines on your hot water heater and remove your drain. Be careful, that will be warm. Drain all your hot water out. Again, bring up your stabilizing jacks, hook your hitch up, and head to the dump station. Once you're at the dump station, remember your dump is going to be on your off-camp side toward the rear of the unit, so park accordingly so you can reach the dump. Hook up your sewage hose that comes in your convenience pack. Hooks up here on the end, put the other end into the dump station, and pull your black handle. After your black handle has been running for a little while and it doesn't sound like it's draining anymore, come to the rear of your unit. Again, with your water pressure regulator, we're going to hook up to our black tank flush. Go ahead and run that for about 5 minutes. It's going to wash out your black tank. Don't be in a hurry. The guy behind you can wait 5 minutes. Get your black tank washed out nice with your black handle open. Got to make sure you remember that. Go ahead and unhook your hose, close your black handle, and pull this gray handle. That's going to be your cleaner waters, your sinks, and your showers. It's going to clean your sewage hose out for you. When that's done, simply store your here in the bumper. This is a nice sanitary place for your sewage hose. That about covers everything. Again, we thank you guys for your purchase. We hope you enjoy this trailer for many years to come. Happy